Yeah, this is Vortex here, and I'm back with the review of the Tin Hifi T2 Plus. So these are the latest of the lineup from those. They are working on a new planar, which I don't obviously have yet. That should be good. One thing I have tried is the original T2, and yeah, this is what the packaging looks like. Kind of normal packaging. Just the brand there. They used to be called Tin Audio, but they did change for whatever reason. Packaging is kind of plain, but it's no, I say it's no big deal. I was kind of looking forward to this because some people said it was pretty good. We'll find out. A little bit of damage on the box. Made in PRC. So yeah, best way, as you can see, I slipped, just to use a knife and then just twist it. If you try and pull it, you could actually tear the actual cardboard. If you use a knife, pull it in, then twist. Easy peasy to open. I say I've only ever tried this model and the original T2. I never tried the Pro, the T3, or the more expensive T4. I've never tried these. And these have a single 10mm dynamic driver. So it's nice packaging, as you can tell. As I said, there's a bit of damage, but the rest of it's fine. And that's it. They do have two vents on them, and I like these simple, these simple design essentially. Very simple alpha left, one vent there, one on the bottom, and that's it. MMCX connector. I've no issues with these, and unlike my KB ears, there was no issues with the phase. So yeah, no problems at all. So it comes with the cable, which I'll show you later, which is actually a pretty nice cable. And I like they went for the little things, like the actual brand is on the actual plastic. They didn't have to do that. It's just a nice touch, a bit more personal, I guess. And you get two phone tips, which are fine again with the box, the packaging with the brand, and a load of tips. I think there's 5 pairs in there, plus what's on them, so you get 6 pairs of silicone tips and the 2 foams. And that's it. Let everyone enjoy high quality music. Exactly, Tin. So here's just like the the manual, which is pretty normal. I think there's Chinese. I know there's a part that's English. Wasn't too difficult to power, really. I wouldn't say these are super efficient, but they're not exactly hard to power either. Just a normal way, and the normal information, you can always pause it. 32 ohm impedance, 104 decibels of sensitivity, MMCX, the usual stuff when it comes into focus. And there you go. Yeah, so as you can see, it says 10mm woofer. So unlike the T2, the originals, which are okay for the money, they use like a double dynamic driver, but this is just one single. So it should be simpler in theory. Here's all the tips when I eventually get them at the bag one day. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Yeah, like as you say, like the ones fitted. Probably too many tips, but I've tried them, no issues at all. They fit fine. As you say, like no issues whatsoever. And that's me counting the pairs. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And including the foams. Foams, you can see how they expand quite slowly, which is actually a good thing because it gives you time to put them into your ears before they actually expand. So yeah, here's the cable that comes with it. No issues. I would prefer a 2-pin, but this cable works perfectly fine. really nice soft silver cable, can't fault it. 3.5 connector there. Just get this wrap thing off it. You can do it. There you go. So yeah, 3.5 straight, strain relief, really nice soft and supple cable. Can't really fault it at all. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. The only thing that's not very good is the chin slider, which it has one, but it doesn't really do anything because it just moves super easy. Doesn't really matter to me because I don't really use chin sliders, but for the people who do, you know, it's probably not that great. There it is. A little on the big side, but as soon as you put any strain on it, it just moves. So the poly should have not even bothered pulling one on, but there we go. So yeah, angled connectors. I like that them coloured. The little things are super useful. So obviously red is right and the other one's left. Good, like the ear guide, how it's wrapped, the shape, perfect. And here's what they look like. Kind of a small design. Comfort, I had no issues. All the fitment on it, on the whole, like no issues at all. It's a nice shape. There's some text there which is not really that clear. It's just a bunch of numbers put together. Sound, getting to the sound. Bass was, I'd say it's enough. These aren't bass heavy headphones, there's enough there. I wouldn't say them light. I would have probably preferred a touch more, but the bass was fine. Against the, works fine. It's getting to the mids. There's a bit of a peak at the upper mids, like which tends to be the usual, but it's quite a steep elevation from relatively neutral mids. Then there's like quite a bump. On some tracks, it doesn't really matter. On some other tracks, though, it is quite noticeable. So it depends on what you're listening to. I found these quite a detailed earphone, and there's a couple of peaks in the upper treble. I think there's one at 5, and I think there's one further up. I think, let me have a look. Yeah, one about 5 and one about 9. So on some tracks, it's a bit like, it can be a bit bright. But it all depends on your use case. I've found they're quite detailed pair of earphones. Good sounding pair of earphones, and this me grabbing for like a Blon BL03 because like the nozzle length kind of reminded me of it. So yeah, here's me trying to compare them both. I think obviously one was left, one was right, but it doesn't really matter. I'd say the T2 Plus is a better shape than the 03. It fits better. And yeah, the treble's good. It's detailed. It can be a little bit fatiguing depending on your usage, if it's music or poorly recorded music or mastered poorly. You'll probably notice it more, so they're quite revealing. But I think on the whole, these are quite a good pair of earphones. So that's what they look like with the cable. I think these are pretty good. I don't think they were amazing. They were a bit bright. They kind of have a V-shaped sound to them. But yeah, compared to a T2, I was never really keen on the fitment of the T2, with the cable up or down. But I like this shape, and I think these are good. I say I bought these off AliExpress. These aren't free or anything like that, so I bought these with my money. And I think that's it. Anything you want to know, just let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like, as I appreciate that very much. And take care.